What's going on, Geek Pit? Welcome to another episode of Geeks Top 10, where tonight's episode, we're going to be counting down your top 10 favorite fast food restaurants. But I didn't come empty-handed, everyone. Let's give a warm Geek Pit welcome today to our returning guest. I haven't talked to him in such a long time. Please welcome back to the podcast, Mr. Adam Woods. Welcome. What's up?
What's up? You said I didn't come empty-handed, so I'm giving you a pair of hands. There you go. Hey, what's good, party people? 10.
10. Yeah, there you go.
What's going on, Geek?
What's going on?
Glad to be in the pit with you, bro.
It's been such a long time, man. You know?
It has. But parting is such sweet sorrow, but we are back again. No, don't you dare be sour, right? Oh, wait, I can't quote the New Day because they're at odds. They can't do that anymore.
There's
right?
no more New Day. Is there a New Day anymore? I don't even know. I really don't even know anymore, man.
So is it an old day? Is it yesterday?
I guess they're yesterday's news, right?
Oh, nice. Yeah. I see what you did there. They're clever, Geek. Clever. But yeah, we're doing something a little bit outside of the pro wrestling sphere, even though you're going to get a lot of pro wrestling references and whatever from us. But I mean, top 10 fast food joints. My goodness. So how did you get to thinking about this illustrious subject?
How did I get to about the top 10? Well, the thing is, how I got to sorry, my words are rumbling right now. I mean, wrestling. I love wrestling. You and I, we both love wrestling, right? So wrestling, as much as me and you love wrestling, and a lot of people love wrestling, wrestling doesn't hit a lot of people the same way as me and you. It hits me and you. So, the thing is, the best thing to do is to pull people into that wrestling bubble. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, what's your favorite food? For example, everybody loves food. Everybody. You know what I mean? So if I'm interviewing you and you're a pro wrestling fan, people are going to want to follow you because they love food, and they love talking about food. So, you know what I mean? And that could relate to somebody. You know what I mean?
No, that's absolutely it. I mean, I think anybody that's getting into any sort of media or entertainment, and that's what it is, folks. It doesn't matter if you're watching the NFL, NHL, NASCAR, rugby, UFC, whatever. Like Jim Ross says, it's a button every 18 inches, right? Whether that's watching at home, in the arena, at a bar, partaking in the thing that you like, movies, whatever. It's all entertainment, folks. But even with all of that, people still feel alone, right? So if we could just reach one person and give them that virtual hug and be like, oh, the thing that you like, I also like too. And we're friends now. Let's follow each other.
Not only
and
that,
you might get a dumb meme of somebody getting hit by a car from me or something like that. Yeah, you just never know.
Not only that, you got the wrestling bubble. It says, "Oh yeah, I used to watch wrestling like 10 years ago, whatnot." So you know what I mean. And now you're pulling them back in. So
Exactly. Everybody, even if they're not pro wrestling fans, you figure they are pro wrestling fans that don't even know it. Like, oh, wrestling is stupid, but they have a Muhammad Ali shirt. Oh, wrestling is stupid, or they have like Mike Tyson on something. I'm like, yo, or Floyd Mayweather. I was like, those are wrestling fans. The very thing that you like about them is pro wrestling. They'll tell you themselves. Rampage Jackson in the UFC, same thing. So Sakuraba in MMA, right? He's the Gracie killer, but he was a pro wrestler first. You're trained by the great Carl Gotch. Everything is pro wrestling, folks. Everything.
Everything. And wrestlers even had that celebrity influence as well. You know what I mean? Because you have celebrities and wrestlers all on Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, WrestleMania.
Intermingling.
So, yeah, exactly. I mean, wasn't Logan Paul just at the Jake Paul fight?
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Didn't Tyson just challenge Logan?
Yep, absolutely. And not just that, but I mean, Triple H was there, right? Like Triple H was there at the fights because obviously, you know, the streaming provider was Netflix, right? Of the Tyson Paul fight. Well, January 6th is when Raw comes to Netflix, right?
Hmm.
So it's everything is pro wrestling again.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I love talking about wrestling. I know you love talking about wrestling, but we got a top 10 to get over with, you know? So, today's
Totally.
topic, oh man, everybody loves food. Everybody. But what kind of food does everybody love? Everybody loves fast food, man. You need something quick. You need something to eat. Um, you're on the road. It's like you don't want to stop for like a full meal. So you go to like a McDonald's or something like that. So that's the quickest thing. So we all have our favorite fast food restaurants. So if you guys are at home and you're listening, you guys can count down with us your favorite top 10 favorite foods right there. So leave a comment below in the chat right there. So and help us out. So but we're gonna start with Mr. Woods over here at number 10. What is your favorite food? The fast
Number
food.
10, I'm actually going to say McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Because
Okay.
if I have no other choices, I'm gonna stop in for a Big Mac, you know, maybe a sausage McGriddle, their fries. I feel like everybody loves McDonald's fries, you know, but also sometimes some McDonald's don't salt them right, whatever. But I like McDonald's for my number 10, and it's for those reasons. Big Mac. I mean, I don't think there's a better kind of flavor combination than a Big Mac. You got two patties, two buns, special sauce, onions, nice onions, lettuce. You know, there's no tomato, but that paired with like a night. And I'm not a soda person at all, but I'll grab a Coke when I have that. You know, live and let live. I think it's awesome. With in terms of the breakfast menu, you can get hotcakes. You can get bloody pancakes at McDonald's.
I love
Um,
hotcakes. Oh man.
yeah, you could get a bagel, you could get coffee, you could when the machines are working, you could get a what is it, McCafe Frappuccino, right?
Yeah, those are new actually. So those are like
Yeah,
they've tried to compete with Starbucks, and I think
yeah.
McDonald's actually now has something like that's like their Starbucks. I forgot what it's called, Cosmics.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, but only certain states have those, right?
Only certain states have them right now, but you know they're going to be rolling them out really soon to compete with those Starbucks. McDonald's has
Absolutely,
McDonald's has the money. You know they're going to go after Starbucks. You know what I mean? And you can only get
absolutely.
drinks at McCosmics. And speaking of speaking of like spin-off fast food restaurants, KFC just launched a spin-off restaurant as well. They actually launched in Orlando called Saucy.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's you get like chicken wings and stuff like that, and with 100 different sauces.
Whoa, that's too many choices. But
Uh,
I mean, if you're a saucy guy
yeah,
or
saucy.
gal,
So yeah,
or
KFC saucy. That's brand new right now. I think it opened like a couple of weeks ago. So, but that's their
damn,
spin-off right
okay,
there. Yeah.
right on Florida.
All right. So yeah, number 10 for me though is gonna have to be. This was my first introduction to actually Mexican food, but it's not. But a geek found out it really wasn't Mexican food later on. When I was younger, I discovered something called Taco Bell.
Taco Bell or Baco Tel.
Baco Tel. Yeah, that's a little old joke right there. When you spell Taco Bell backwards, right there, you know. But yeah, I always Woods. What would you say your favorite menu item from Taco Bell would be?
I
Past or
would say the
present?
Mexican pizza for sure.
The Mexican pizza. Which one? With
Yeah, and then
the
back
new
in the
one?
day when they had them, the gordita, the crunchy gorditas.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Man, you know something? I actually miss the triple layer cheesy beefy burrito.
Oh yeah. I
They
mean, if
stopped
you
making those. That was my absolute favorite from Taco Bell right there.
that's so horrible. Have you tried the Dorito ones though?
I did like the Dorito taco. What's it called?
Yeah,
Loco Taco, right?
Loco Tacos, and then they have the. Oh, did you do the Cheez It tostada?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
Oh my God. Me and my nephew, right? Just randomly, like, and I because I live in LA, right? I'm
Yeah.
drinking tamarindo, right? Like I love Mexican food, right? I love all types of foods, right? But I mean, the kind of lowbrow is Taco Bell, right? Like whatever. But randomly couldn't find a taco truck or taco stand or what have you, so we stopped in at Taco Bell. And my goodness, the first thing that we saw, me and my 13-year-old nephew, right, was a Cheez It, a giant Cheez It in place of a tostada. And then they put all the meat and cheese in it. And we're like, we're getting two of those each.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
I actually like I actually enjoy the crunch wrap now from Taco Bell. I think
Okay,
that's a great item.
it
And
is.
I don't know if you ever heard of this, but I think they have it in California, the Taco Bell Hotel.
Yeah, no, we've got the cantinas, right?
You got like the cantinas, yeah, with where they serve the
Yeah.
alcohol now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to remember, Taco Bell started out here,
It,
as did McDonald's.
yeah, McDonald's started in California as well. So
Yeah. God, I want to say it's like Montebello or Bellflower, but like you could still go to the original McDonald's, the original Taco Bell. They were going to demolish, and in Orange County by Disneyland, they have the Taco Bell World Headquarters. So
mhm.
they basically just uprooted it and shipped it over to the headquarters. So only the employees can dine at the original Taco Bell.
Oh man, that's so awesome. You know, can you sneak in as a Taco Bell employee? That's the question, man. Just so you could go to the original Taco Bell.
I
Is
mean, like I said,
or
if
you get
there's nothing
invited.
else,
You get invited. Say,
yeah,
hey,
if there's
I'm
nothing
your
else around,
cousin.
I'll do. Yeah, I'll do a Taco Bell, much like I'll do McDonald's. But if I have other choices, I'm gonna do other choices.
Yeah. So, all right, number 9 right here. Let's go to number 9. All right.
Hilariously enough, it's Taco Bell.
And,
So,
that delves into the conversation right there. Number
yeah,
9.
100%. It's Taco Bell because, again, if you want authentic Mexican food and you live in LA and you're going for Taco Bell, it's like, oh, what are we doing here, right?
What are
You've
you
got
doing? It's
East
like
LA.
going to New York for pizza. It's like we had Domino's and Pizza Hut in New York. It's like
Yeah,
there's a lot better options than Pizza Hut and Domino's.
right, exactly, and especially authentic. Oh my goodness, right? With a better price point, but it's just like Domino's. They're there's low delivery fees, so I get it. I absolutely get it. But yeah, so Taco Bell is it, and again, for these wild combinations, you're not gonna get Dorito Loco Nachos or tacos itself, right? At an authentic, Mexican cantina or anything like that. These wild, crazy things, those happen at Taco Bell, right? So they're on my number 9 just because like the it's what I grew up on. My mom loved Taco Bell. There were times where, I mean, like on a Friday night, and she would get paid, and they used to have those local box burritos. I mean, a local box, right? And it would have like 5 of everything, right? And we didn't have a whole lot of money, but Jesus Louises, man, me, my mom, and my sister, we would get down on that 3 drinks for like $20, and that would be it. That's a wrap.
what my favorite thing about Taco Bell of the Baja Blast, the freezes are so good at Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
Oh
really
yeah,
good. Yeah,
yeah. So
I
go
was
for
just
it.
I was just about to say, like the thing, like I said, Domino's. It's like that's the only choice here in Florida, right there, for good pizza is Pizza Hut and Domino's because there is no good pizza in Florida, so we really don't have a choice. But in New York, there are a lot better choices than Pizza Hut and Domino's. You know what I mean?
What do you think makes New York pizza different than everywhere else?
I don't know. Everybody says it's the water. I really don't know. You know?
So I mean, so to it. I've heard that theory too, right? And the late great Anthony Bourdain spoke about it. And I know there's a place here by LAX airport, right? And not so much pizza, but they do New York water bagels, right?
Yeah.
Like the hot seltzer bagels and whatever. And they
I
have
don't
a
believe those.
water filtration system that is like a mini, almost replica of the New York water system, right? And that is what makes like every time that I'm in the area, I'll go to that bagel place and what have you. I think it's called Brooklyn Bagels. I'll
We
I'll
have
go
one
there
here. We
all
have
the
one
time.
here too. We have one here too
Yeah,
in
and
Florida.
with the egg cream too.
I don't know, but everyone tells me, oh, get the water from New York. I'm like, no, no, you don't get the water from New
It's
York.
different.
Yeah, it's a
But yeah,
come on to get you to buy more bagels from them. That's exactly what it is.
that might be. I mean, well,
You,
hook, line, and sinker. You got me.
that's what I think. I don't think that, but yeah. So number nine for you was Taco Bell, man. So what was
Yeah.
my number
Well,
nine,
while
man?
we're speaking on tacos and while we're on the subject, before we move on, for breakfast, you know what I had?
What?
A carne asada burrito. And you know how this happens?
How?
I'm doing laundry with my sister, right? Doing laundry with my sister, and some guy goes, "Hey, you guys hungry?" Like, yeah. It's like, okay, what do you want? And me, I have trouble hearing or whatever, so he was talking to my sister, right? And he had this like, like the heat wave backpack, right? So I was like, oh, maybe he has like tamales or something, right? Or some pupusas, whatever. And he starts taking down the order, and then he's like, "You want anything?" And I was like, "What do you have?" And then he starts naming down like nachos, burritos, tacos, whatever, all the meats and whatever. And I was like, "What? You got that in the bag?" He was like, "No, we got a restaurant across the road or 2 blocks away or whatever. I'm gonna put in your order and then I'm gonna shoot back and then whatever." Like, how long is this gonna take? 10 minutes, man. Took 10 minutes for this. Like, not even Uber Eats. We were sitting in the laundry doing our laundry, and I swear to you, the best burrito that I have tried in LA with the best salsa. Shout out to El Shaddai in South LA, because oh my goodness! And it came to me. It literally came to me. Oh, you don't have any cash? Zell me. I was like, this is LA. This is one of the reasons why. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska, but I'm probably not going to live there because that experience doesn't happen in Omaha.
No, it doesn't.
All right, so
Uh,
guess what? Oh, you've got your
number nine.
number.
Number nine.
Yes.
Number nine. I wouldn't recommend this as a great fast food place, but they have pretty good ice cream. I'm gonna rate this as number nine, Dairy Queen.
Ooh, Dairy Queen. I like it.
Dairy Queen. I love their ice cream, man. But people tell me it's not real ice cream, so I don't know. It's like frozen cream or something like that.
I don't think anything is real anymore.
We're all living in the Matrix, is what we're all living in.
Yeah, it's all simulation, folks.
It's all
We're
simulation.
avatars. That's gonna clip that. That's gonna be good.
That's great.
So what's the order, geek at Dairy Queen?
Dairy Queen, oh, man, I just gotta get their what's their ice cream thing that they normally get? The Blizzard.
Dude, the ones out
The
here,
Blizzard.
man, you can get a banana. You can go old school and get a banana split. You can, man. There's so much, and then like all of their, pretty much all of their burgers you can get with on Texas toast.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
All right.
you haven't lived until you had like a burger on Texas toast. Ooh, buddy. I mean, let the calories go down, but I mean, it's going down and it's going down with the fight.
Yeah, here's one. From we got McDonald's, Burger King, Riley's Checkers, White Castle, Nathan's Famous, Five Guys, Popeyes, Taco Bell, Jolly, and Shake Shack.
Okay.
That was
Shake Shack is great. It's just expensive.
Shake Shack, but Shake Shack does have good shakes though. But yeah, number nine on my list is Dairy Queen because their ice cream is so good. I wouldn't recommend the food at Dairy Queen. It's similar, to my number. All right, but I'll dive into what's your number nine? No, I'm number eight.
And number eight. So my number eight, I'm gonna see your Dairy Queen, and I'm going to raise you Foster's Freeze.
I never heard of Frosted Freeze. Is it good?
It's literally Dairy Queen. It's the same thing. It might have been like a Rally's Checker thing, where in some parts of the country it is Foster's Freeze and then Dairy Queen in the other parts or whatever. But almost the same deal, right? Good
Cool.
ice cream, amazing shakes, blizzards, and what is it? God, I forgot what else. But I mean, oh, root beer floats. Like they've got impeccable root beer floats, but their food, it's whatever.
Mhm.
Although the one by my house, well, where I used to live, on the butt end of the Hollywood sign in Northeast LA, the one that they had, my goodness, the fries were amazing. It's like they never changed the oil. And folks, if you want good French fries, please don't change the oil. Let that be like a coat of brown and whatever it is. Like there's all the seasoning and flavor in it. And like much like my mom used to take us for a Taco Bell when she got paid, me and the ex-wife and kids, we used to go and get the fries and like dip it in ice cream. It's just so good.
Yeah. So
So Foster's Freeze is mine.
so I have to put number 9, but I also have to put number 8. Speaking of bad food but good ice cream, I'm going with Sonic on my number 8.
Oh, okay.
Sonic, another diamond,
Sonic
right,
is,
right there. You
yeah,
know,
bro. Oh man, that is absolutely true. But
Sonic
oh
is
my
a unique
goodness,
restaurant too because people come on roller skates and they deliver your food. You don't have that in too many restaurants nowadays.
it's funny because like that used to be everything, right? Like
Yeah,
in
the
the 50s
50s,
and
the 50s,
60s,
yeah.
yeah, people made their living roller skating your food. I mean, an American Graffiti, right? That was a part of it where, like the charlatans and the gangsters of the day, threw something to make the bellhop, that's what they were called, right? The bellhop trip and whatever and made the girls laugh and it was a villain story for the bellhop. But yeah, man, Sonic. Oh man, just don't look at the sugar content in all of their drinks. It is through the roof. It'll
They
rot
do
your
have good
teeth.
they do have good drinks, and they had a pretty good burger. I think it was last year or a couple years ago. The peanut butter burger from Sonic, man,
Ooh.
they just had that recently. I don't, to be honest with you, I'm not the big. I love peanut butter, but I don't know about putting peanut butter on my burger until I tried it. Man, you're in a freaking different world right there. How good that
Oh
was.
man, I don't want to spoil it because this is and there's only one of them and it's no longer there. But like we're gonna get to the top of the list because I have a burger for you, geek. If you
Yeah.
like that peanut butter burger, I have a burger for you.
All right, that goes good with peanut butter whiskey as well. They make peanut butter and jelly
Oh,
shots. You
the
know, that's a
screwball,
yeah. They make
peanut
peanut
butter
butter and jelly
whiskey.
shots, so that's what they do. Yeah,
Oh, oh, but you could get a strawberry schnapps and whatever and put them
yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, this where there's a will, there's a way, good sir. I'm just saying that there's a will.
yeah. But yeah, so that was my number 8, Sonic. I think. Did you go yet? Were you number 8 or not
S-
yet?
Yeah, mine was the Foster's. Wait,
Foster's
I think
Freeze.
seven was yours.
Yeah, it's number 7. Number 7 is to go back to your number 10. It was McDonald's. Is my number
Yeah, so
7.
McDonald's, Taco Bell. Then I said, did I say
No,
Foster's
no,
Freeze
no.
after?
For me, it was McDonald's. Is my number 7.
Okay,
McDonald's,
okay,
because McDonald's, man, it's not the greatest food. You know what I mean? But they do have that burger down pat.
yeah,
That burger
yeah,
down pat. You know what I mean? So, but it's like I feel so. It's like, damn, man. You know, this is not good for me, but it is good for me at the same time. You know, because
yeah,
that
absolutely.
that
Oh,
burger is so good. You know what I mean?
the cheeseburger. If that isn't Americana, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Just a simple cheeseburger from McDonald's. And I
Simple.
remember when those things used to be like 59 cents. Jesus Louise, I had eight,
The
80
dollar
of those.
menu, the dollar menu was great when they had the dollar menu,
Oh
McDonald's.
yeah, absolutely.
They're starting to bring it
Yeah.
back, but it's not really the same though.
Oh yeah. I mean, it fought you on the way out for sure, but I mean, you didn't break your piggy bank while doing it.
Mm. But yeah, McDonald's is my number 7 right there. So
Okay.
on my list. All right, we're gonna go to number 6 now for you.
Okay. So I've only had them once, and I feel like if I had them more, it would probably be higher on the list. But it's this place called Bojangles, and every time
I've
that
heard of Bojangles.
yes,
I've heard of it, Bojangles.
yeah, it's a chicken place. I mean, my goodness, gracious, gracious me. This place, probably some of the best fried chicken I have ever tried. And I'm not a chicken on the bone guy, so every when I say fried chicken, I'm talking about chicken tenders. But Bojangles and their chicken tenders, I mean it I man, it was like I was in another world, right? And then I always heard of like people joke on like pimento loaf, pimento whatever. I'd never had pimento in my life, right? And they're like, we have this pimento cheese dipping sauce. I was like, man, I'm only gonna do this once, so might as well. My goodness. So we went in the drive-through, got the pimento whatever, went right back around and got three more. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, it was like almost like a grilled cheese sandwich, right? With a lot of flavor, right? Shout out to the pimento, and and they stuck some chicken tenders in that grilled cheese sandwich. It was just amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's my number six,
My number six.
Bojangles.
My number six. We're still on the topic of burgers because Geek loves his burgers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but my number six right here, it's got to be Shake Shack.
Oh, okay.
Shake Shack. Why? First time I've ever had Shake Shack was in Madison Square Park. It was in New
Okay.
York City. The original Shake Shack. This is the original.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So I, I was recommended by Shake Shack. I think it's through my dad or a friend or someone, but they said, "Oh yeah, you got Shake Shack right near the concert venue." So I'm like, I'm looking, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that line is long." It was literally when people complain about the Shake Shack lines, this line was wrapped around the park.
Jeez.
So you complain about like the long lines at Shake Shack. This was the worst line I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And then, but I said I waited for the burger and said, you know what? It was definitely worth the wait for that burger
Hmm.
because they know how to make a burger at Shake Shack. So Shake Shack goes as on my number six on my list right there.
I like it. Wow. Oh my gosh. We're down to the final five.
Final five right here. Final five.
Whoa. Ho, ho. Okay. So, yes, burgers. Got it. But since I did Bojangles, right, I feel like I got to do uh, a little bit more chicken, right?
Yeah.
So for me, my number five is this place. You guys probably may or may not have it, but it's a place called Jollibee's.
I've
You
heard of
heard of
Jollibee. I
Jollibee's?
heard Jollibees, and they're
Oh
I
my
think they're popular in
goodness.
the city. They're popular in New York
Yes.
City.
And not just that, they're Filipino. Like if you like Filipinos making fried chicken, like how does that and whatever. But when everybody was talking about whose chicken sandwich is better, you know, Popeyes, Churches, or whoever had their chicken sandwich, and no disrespect to all the other chicken sandwiches, but still to this day, the best fast food chicken sandwich that I've tried is at Jollibee because you know why? They have brioche buns. Their chicken is so tender, so crispy, which I feel like is the tropes of a good chicken sandwich or a great chicken tender, right? But then fresh iceberg lettuce, tomato, right? And remember, this is all on a brioche bun. What do they create? Oh, yeah. Slather on the brioche bun?
Mhm.
A garlic aioli. So you got sweet, fresh, spicy, all and soft and succulent, all in one, right? And then they also used to have this like pineapple freeze, where it's just like think a Dole Whip in a cup. That is it. Yeah, and then they even have like pineapple pies, and they would have some wild stuff like spaghetti. You could get spaghetti, but it's Filipino spaghetti, which is on the sweeter side. So if you get like that spaghetti and you pair it with like a chicken tender, like you got your sweet and savory all in one place. That is it. So yeah, Jollibee is my number five.
Jollibees, man. I gotta try this place because I've heard nothing but good things about Jollibees, and who Jollibees is owned by, right?
No,
Smash Burger.
really,
Yes.
that's wild.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought
owned
it
by
was
the
in
same
the
company.
Filipino
Yeah,
government or something.
yeah. I think. That's crazy, right? So yeah, Jollibee's
Mhm.
is on your list. I guess do we go into the chicken now or no? I guess we're gonna go with number 5 on my list for the first gourmet burger I think I've ever tried. And I don't know if you guys have this by you in California. I'm talking about Five Guys.
Yeah, we got Five Guys.
Five Guys, the first gourmet burger I think I've ever had that wasn't fast food. Well, I mean, they wanted to do something like they wanted to make a really good burger, but they want to start a chain. But here's the thing, though. They said we want a good quality burger. So what they did was they put a little sign saying patience is a virtue or something like that. It's like,
Right, right.
yeah, it's like it will be worth the wait. And those burgers at Five Guys are definitely worth the wait because they cook those burgers. They don't just like put them in the microwave and say, "Here you go." No, they grill them, frozen. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not just that, but I mean the toppings. You can get whatever you want. I mean, obviously they're gonna have you pay for it, but my goodness, like if you want a fried egg on there, they'll make it for you. If you want a piece of hot dog on there, they'll make it for you. You could have something if you pay for it, a burger this high, it'll cost you $100, but what have you. But the thing I like the most about Five Guys, because I'm a fry guy,
The
is
fries are
they
amazing.
load you up with fries and then a whole nother scoop because it's a paper bag, and they put a whole nother scoop after they filled up your cup, and they put it in the bag. They fill up a scoop and put it out in the bag. You get like two whole large fries for the price of one.
That's crazy. And not only that, they're fresh potatoes too that they
Oh
made.
yeah.
You could see the bags right there in the corner.
Hmm.
So those
Yeah, there's
potatoes,
something to it, and then they give you free peanuts.
yeah. What burger place gives you free peanuts?
Hmm.
I think they might have stopped that because people have an allergy or
Oh,
something.
peanut allergy.
Yeah,
Well, the ones here in California, they have the sign because also Texas Roadhouse, they would
yeah.
do that, and then you would throw the shells on the floor. But they were like, if you got food allergies, don't come 20 yards within this place because you're gonna break out.
Hmm. But yeah, so Five Guys, that's my number 5 right there on my list.
Okay, Five
For-
Guys, five. I see what you got.
Five time.
Like you, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times.
Yeah.
Ooh, so I mean, this is not. This is probably going to go with my top four, the final four, right? These are things that I just love that I can go to, and I know that I went there with my parents. I could get the same type of burger that I did, and have had for almost the entirety of my life, right? So it's not in any particular order, but I guess number four, I'm gonna say Burger King.
Burger King. Burger King
Number,
did not make my
yeah,
list.
did not. Why?
Did not make my list. You have to watch the list a little bit later, but that did not make
Okay,
my list. Yeah.
so for me, again, I preface it with the fact that my top four are places that I went with my parents, right, and that I could still go, and I took my kids to, and whatever. Um, Actually, my number one isn't that, but we'll get to that. So I remember, being with my dad, right? And he was like, "Okay, you can get a Happy Meal after you eat a Whopper first,
Hmm.
right?" And like, yeah, we'll do that. The Whopper when I was little, even still to this day, pretty gigantic for a fast food burger, way bigger than the Big Mac in terms of total diameter, right? And my dad was a frugal guy, right? And I was like, "Oh, can we get a Whopper with cheese?" Nope, we can't do that. We're getting a regular Whopper. But because we had a van conversion, right? So he would keep cheese slices from the grocery store in the freezer for the van conversion. So he ordered the burger, so he didn't have to pay the 10 extra cents for cheese. He just had cheese on deck, So yeah, that would be that. And then if got through that I could have a Happy Meal or whatever Burger King called their kids meals or whatever. But yeah, dude, and I remember, their little, characters from back in the day, and the Afrocentric gentleman, right? He had a flat top. He looked like me, and for me, that was representation, right? It would be a year or two after that Ron Simmons became WCW World Champion and beat Vader, right? So for somebody who's of darker skin, there's not a whole lot of representation, but Burger King, they had in one of their main characters, they had representation, so shout out to Burger King. So that is my number four.
Burger King is your number four. My number four have to be another great restaurant. I would say these are the king of the fast food restaurants right now. I didn't go to appreciate this place until I was a little bit older. I always loved McDonald's when I was younger, but I'm talking about Wendy's. Wendy's is the king.
That's it, bro.
Wendy's right there is the king of fast food right now because I think Wendy's is actually the healthiest out of Burger King, McDonald's. I mean, it's still fast food, but they're probably like the lesser of two evils, is what I'm trying to say. But Wendy's, and not only that, they used to have the best was the Wendy's Frosty, and that
Yes,
Wendy's Frosty is still awesome. I always get
it
the
is.
Wendy's, and not only that, they added a new flavor. They added the salted caramel, and
Yeah,
just
the
do
salted caramel. They've got vanilla. You know.
now the salted caramel is a new one. I think that's for the holidays that they added that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's still
Did,
amazing.
didn't they just add like a pineapple one for the SpongeBob?
Yeah, they did. And then they
Yeah.
had the SpongeBob burger, which wasn't
The
horrible.
Krabby Patty is what they
Yeah,
had, right? And then they
yeah,
had
it
the
wasn't
upside down
horrible.
pineapple.
Yeah, it was not horrible.
It was not horrible. It
Well,
was good, or was.
it was good. It was really good. But we didn't. By the time we went, because they actually had in the valley, like in Studio City, they actually transformed one of the Wendy's into
Krabby
I
Patties.
don't I'm not sure of the SpongeBob,
The
but
Krusty Krab. The
whatever.
Krusty Krab. The
Yeah,
Krusty Krab. That's
so
it,
they turned
right?
it like into one of those, and it made the news and everything like that, and they kept it. But by the time we went, and the closest Wendy's to us is right by SoFi Stadium, where the Rams and Chargers play, right where WrestleMania 39 was. They already had, all of the paper bags and all the SpongeBob stuff had already gone, so it was just regular burger, regular wrapping or whatever. But it was pretty good. So,
Did you
which
happen to go for the Rick and Morty?
for what?
Did you go for the Wendy's Rick and Morty when they transformed it into Rick and Morty? Or
No,
no,
no.
or was that McDonald's?
Oof,
Because they
beats
did
me.
something with Rick and Morty and one of the fast food. I think it might
Okay,
have been. It might have been. No, I think it might have been Burger King. To be honest with you.
might have been Burger King. Could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was one. It was one of them though. But yeah. So Wendy's is my number four right there. So
Okay.
yeah.
So my number three is Wendy's.
Wendy's is also as well, right?
Yes, Wendy's is awesome. But even I just have so many fond memories of growing up in San Francisco, and my dad was a street musician. Playing contemporary jazz at Fisherman's Wharf in front of the cannery in San Francisco. And, you know, we would either do one of two things. There was this, I mean, it's world famous, the Fisherman's Wharf sign. It's like a little captain, like a ship captain's wheel, whatever, and it has a crab or whatever. But in there, they had the best clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl, right? But when we weren't doing that, we went to Wendy's, right? And talk about the dollar menu. Man, we used to feel like kings. Me, my dad, my mom, and my sister, right? Because those are the days where you could get the baked potato for $1, right? And you could either have it on sour cream and chive, or bacon and cheddar, or just regular, and then you could put your own toppings. Some Wendy's even had a salad bar that if you got the baked potato, you could throw whatever you wanted in it. Get creative. So, and then when it got really cold, my dad would get the chili, right? And then they had the chili packets that you squeezed in, the gold chili packets, the flavor and whatever. And I just have vivid memories. San Francisco would get really cold, right? And my dad had like these fingerless gloves, knitted fingerless gloves, and his gargantuan hands because he was 6'4". After playing music for hours on end, 10, 12 hours or whatever, and he would just the Wendy's spoon, and the Wendy's spoon had their logo, right, back in the day, and just doing that, and I was just like, that is success, to you know do what you love, one, and then you know basically have a meal with your family, and warm up those hands that kind of work to the bone playing music. That was it. And then the junior bacon cheeseburger. Who
Yeah,
doesn't love a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, folks?
the Baconator.
Yeah, the baconator. Oh my goodness, when they had the pretzel bun,
Oh, that was so good. The pretzel.
so good
What was it?
with
The
the
bacon ranch
onions.
something? I think it was the with the
Yeah, and then
broski
they had
bun.
like the crispy onions on top.
Oh
Oh,
man, that was so good. That
and then they
burger.
and then not regular cheese. You could either do pub cheese, right? So pub cheese, or you could do like, I think it was like Havarti or something, like something super super fancy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
but Wendy's, that's my number. What is it? Four,
Yeah.
three?
So recently, Wendy's they shouts out to Dominic Mysterio. They just released the saucy nugs from Wendy's.
Is he responsible for that?
No, but I'm just saying because he loves chicken nuggets.
He loves
So
chicken tenders, 100%.
so but they released the saucy nugs from Wendy's. Those are so good. They have the was it the garlic aioli sauce on them? There's one with
Yeah.
buffalo chicken. Man,
Oh,
those nuggets from Wendy's are worth it. Trust me. They do get very messy. I think they have a chicken parm as well. They have one that
yeah. I've tried the chicken like within the last like month. I've tried the chicken part. It's good.
that
It's
that
good.
those nuggets are good. So if anyone's listening to this, the saucy nugs from Wendy's are good, but they're messy. No, all right. We got some
That's brilliant.
comments. We got some comments right here. For Five Guys, I wish they would change their sesame bun to brioche or a pretzel bun. So I mean, I do like their regular bun. Five Guys. What do you think?
What happened?
Do you like the sesame seed bun or you like the regular bun that they have?
Burger?
Yeah, yeah. They said I wish they would change the sesame seed bun to brioche bun.
Oh, I don't know. There's something satisfying to it. Getting the two front of your teeth and crunching something. It's almost like boba.
Yeah,
Like when you have boba,
I
you
don't
want
like boba for some reason. I just don't like boba
some.
because
Some people do, some people don't. But the folks that do, you just chew it and like, I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot.
yeah. So so that was your what's that your number three, right?
Pardon?
That was your number three, right? So yeah, my number three. Actually, we're going into like my number three right here is Jersey Mike's.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah, Jersey Mike's. First time I ever tried Jersey Mike's was actually not in Jersey.
okay.
It was actually in Florida. And
Oh wow.
I said to myself, I'm like, you know what? They should start to bring this place to New York. I think that would be really good if they brought this place to New York. Um, behold, I passed by a sign saying coming soon, Jersey Mike's, and I'm like, they're coming to New York? That is pretty cool. So yeah, Jersey Mike's. And I just love their cold cuts and the way that they slice the cold cuts right in front of you.
Hmm.
Unlike Subway where it's all prepackaged. What do you want?
Have you actually seen like the owner, like the story about Jersey Mike's?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you a video, but like it is pretty inspirational. Um, he empowers a lot of people. Like he is someone who will still go to the Jersey Mike stores around or whatever, like because they're franchise.
Yeah.
He will come to you, right, and show you how this thing is supposed to be ran. And someone that's all you could ever hope for, right, is just to love what you do, right? So here's somebody who still loves going, he's made a multi-billion dollar corporation, right? And is empowering people to, create their own wealth, but will be right there side by side, shoulder to shoulder with you to show you how to make it. And there's something really cool about that.
Hmm. That's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my number three right there. So
Okay.
we're getting down to nitty gritty now. We're getting down to nitty gritty.
Whew, it's a toss up between the two.
Yeah, the two. Yeah,
Can we do an honorable mention?
you can do it. Definitely do an honorable mention. Definitely.
Okay. So for me, my honorable mention will be Raising Canes.
Oh man, raising cans.
Raising Canes, man. And I just had them last week, and if you don't know what Raising Canes is, probably some of the best chicken tenders
Those
that you
chicken
will
tenders
ever
are.
find.
I've had it. I've had it. It is a. Oh my god. It's
It's an
like you would.
experience, bro.
It's like you would think. It's like, oh, it's like kids' food. It's like, no, these chicken tenders. No, just chicken fingers are probably some of the best chicken fingers you've ever had in your entire life.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And the thing about it is, all they serve is chicken tenders,
that's
right?
all they serve. The
And they
chicken tender
only,
sandwich.
yeah, you can either get the 2 piece, 3 piece, whatever, slaw, and a piece of toast. But the move that I make, right, especially when I get like the caniac combo, right, is the slaw. I'm sorry, Raising Canes. Your slaw is trash. It's garbage, absolute garbage. So I swap that thing out, and I get another piece of toast. That's the move. So that way I could have two Raising Canes, little burrito thingies, and I slather the cane sauce on it
Oh man,
with the,
that's
yeah,
a hack right there. That's a definitely a
that's a
hack.
hack. Or even doing a Arnold Palmer, right? So at most Raising Canes, the lemonade, their lemonade is bar none. Say so are is the iced tea, right? Don't get anything else. Don't get a Coke at Raising Canes. What are you doing, you uncivilized
I actually
person?
have not tried the iced tea yet at Raising Cane, so
It is amazing, right? But the move is you get the lemonade because the lemonade at most places they don't keep it on this side; they keep it behind the counter, right? So you get that and drink half of it, and then you go and get They've got two versions of the tea: sweetened and unsweetened. Well, it's pretty sweet, the tea, right? I mean, the lemonade, right? So you get the unsweetened tea, and you make an Arnold Palmer, which will be out of this world. You can thank me later. Yeah. So
that's my next move right there. Raising Cane's.
yeah. So there you go. It just gave you two hacks from According to Woods. There you go. So that is my honorable mention. Um, that's it. There were many nights where I was on like Jim Crash's podcast, like, and I would drive 2 hours to get there, and I would do a 2 hour podcast, and then 45 minutes home and whatever. And late nights, me and producer Robert Simerson, we'd be, just strategizing or whatever at 1 a.m. in the morning at Raising Cane's. It's just, I love it. So thank you, Raising Cane's, for all you do. That is my honorable mention. If we did a top 11, I would have definitely had you in the top 11 and probably closer to the top. But again, this is our favorites, not so much like what tastes
Everyone's
better or whatever.
yeah.
So there you go.
So what's your number two now?
My number two,
Oh, up to number two,
that's
right?
either gonna it's gonna make a lot of people happy, especially Californians, or a lot of people upset, right? And it probably would have ranked higher if their fries are better. My number two is In and Out.
In and out. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So In and Out, for those who don't know, much like Raising Cane's, they only you either get a hamburger, cheeseburger, and a double double, right? It's just different types of burgers, right? Nothing fancy. You can either get grilled onions or non-grilled onions. Their motif is 1950s, 1960s Americana, right? So the devil's in the details, right? Because realistically, their secret menu is what it's all about. You can get a 4x4, which is four patties, four pieces of cheese in between two buns. That's it. You can get a protein style set of buns. You don't want any carbs. Cool, man. We're gonna wrap this in a piece of lettuce, and you're gonna eat it. And you can even do the grilled onions in the lettuce. Right? It's a big sloppy mess. It becomes like a burger soup at the last three bites of it. Right? You can do a Flying Dutchman. Right? No, nothing at all. It's just two patties with cheese right on top of each other. You can. I mean, a lot of things that you can do. So shout out to In and Out. That
I
is
gotta
my
try In
number
and Out
two.
one day. I gotta try In and
You
Out.
got it, man.
When I
I
come to
mean, they've got them
California,
in Texas. I think there's going to be an expansion into Florida, but I don't know what town.
I really hope it's. I hope it's South Florida. I really hope it's South Florida by Miami.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that into the atmosphere. Speak your
In
truth.
and Out, you need to come to Florida.
There
It's
you go.
it's like it's the second California right here.
Yeah,
It's like
kind
all
of
the New
is.
Yorkers are moving down to Florida, just like
Yeah.
the Californians are moving to Texas. So
Yeah.
you guys have to come to Florida, and
You
I'm
heard it from
putting
the
it
Metal
out
Geek
there right
himself.
now. Putting it out there right now. In and Out,
Yeah,
you gotta make that bold move. Come out your comfort zone and come down to South Florida.
there it
It's
is. But also, if you're complaining about the line at Shake Shack, oh my goodness, the line at In and Out, at every In and Out, the drive-through line, it goes bare minimum. Even if you found one oh, I never knew about this one. It's a block long. Block long is the line for In and Out. We just grin and bear it.
Speaking of lines, that's my number two right now. Whenever a new place opens up, you could guarantee the line's going to be out the door. And this is probably one of the fastest rising chicken places ever. I'm talking about Chick-fil-A right there.
Chick-fil-A, okay?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Anytime, anytime, was it the first 100 people online get free chicken for a year or whatever it is? They offer this promotion. So Chick-fil-A, their chicken sandwiches, probably one of my favorites right there. So Chick-fil-A has got to be on my number two list right about there. So
Okay. And what is your sauce?
I love the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Which, I mean, tastes a bit like the cane sauce.
yeah,
There might be something to it.
it
But
might be
mine is the Polynesian.
the Polynesian. I gotta try that next time.
Yeah, dude. And they even bottle it. So if you don't want to go, whatever, you can look in your normal condiment aisle in your supermarket, and you could find Chick-fil-A, like at least three of the four sauces there.
Sometimes I do hacks though. Like what like for example, I forgot what I did. I did something like I had like oh um what was that other chicken place that they have in North Carolina? It's not
What?
Bojangles.
Zaxby's?
Zaxby's, yes.
Oh, Zaxby's. That's another honorable mention. Oh,
Zaxby's
they're great.
right there. Zaxby's.
Zaxby's. Oh, they're great.
I do a crazy combination. I find the Chick-fil-A sauce and I mix it with the Zaxby's sauce or something like the Zaxby's chicken.
Ooh.
And because I don't like I forgot which one I don't like. I like the Chick-fil-A sauce, but I don't like the Zaxby's sauce. But I like the Zaxby's chicken. So I kind of mix the combinations together. I get a
Okay.
nice little hack right there. So
There you go.
so yeah, Chick-fil-A, that's my number two. So honorable mention for you is Zaxby's right there.
There you
So
go. Yeah, Zaxby's. Jeez, they're great. And I tried them on the same trip to Georgia as I did Bojangles. And my goodness, like they're right up there with both Raising Cane's and Jollibee in terms of the best. Like KFC and churches and Popeyes, you got to raise your chicken game up because like
I mean,
these just Zaxby's and Jollibees, all the B's, Bojangles. It starts with a B. They're outclassing you.
KFC used to be great. I don't know what happened to them.
They became a part of a corporation, the
They
same
became
corporation
too
that.
corporate. They got cheap, and
Yeah,
their chicken just wasn't the same anymore.
no, I agree
I
with you
tried them
there.
recently, and their mashed potatoes are all soggy, and I'm like, this is disgusting. This is not,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Do you remember when they used to have buffets in KFC?
No.
Yeah, the ones here in California, they used to have a salad bar,
Mhm.
and so you got whatever, and then you got a little KFC, logoed plate and whatever, and you got to load up on. For me, I loaded up on all the Jello my mouth could fit. As a 7-year-old kid,
Yeah.
just plate full of Jello, chicken and Jello. Seemed right. No wonder I had indigestion problems.
All right. All right. Number one. Let's go. Number one.
It's a place that no one knows unless you're in California. Even Californians don't know. It is literally a one of one.
Is it fast food?
It is fast food, but it's not a chain. But what I will tell you, my number one place was Grill 'em All. Grill 'em All in Alhambra, California. They're not even around anymore. They shut down a little after the pandemic, right? And they're going to open up a new location in Long Beach, California, but they're going to call it a different name. But you can appreciate this geek because all of their food was either inspired by wrestling or metal.
Yeah.
And when you were talking to me about this peanut butter burger, I was chomping at the bit to talk to you about Grill 'em All's D. Snyder. D. Snyder, the D. Snyder burger was essentially peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a slab of meat
Is it
grilled
good?
to
Because
perfection,
is it good or
a piece of like Gruyere cheese, right,
mhm.
on a brioche bun, and all, the freshest lettuce, freshest tomato, kinds of salts. It was amazing. And for me, what it tastes like, the sweet chili Doritos, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, where it's kind of sweet, spicy, a bit of savory. That's what the D. Snyder was, right? And I'm so sad that they're not there anymore because anytime I was going through Alhambra, I would make sure I would stop in, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, they had Samoa Joe burgers uh, right by their soda fountain. They had this chalkboard wall, and anybody that was a notable person that came through, they would sign it. Some of the likes of Chris Jericho, D. Snyder himself from Twisted Sister. I think Danzig came in, like Dolph Ziggler, like luminaries from both MMA pro wrestling, all members of Motley Crue signed this wall. They came to Alhambra, which I mean, it's east of LA. It's East LA, like 20 minutes to an hour outside of LA, depending on traffic. But some of the most, I mean, they would have like you walk in and there's metal blaring through the speakers,
I would love
and
this
it
place.
yes, and it's I mean it's centered like almost like a cafeteria, right? And you could order beer, you could whatever, and they gave it your whatever you ordered. If you ate in, it was on a metal lunch tray, much like how we used to do when we were in school, right?
That's so cool.
It is so cool.
That's
And I
cool.
will tell you another thing. So that was the physical location, but Grill 'em All, along with Kogi, were the first gourmet food trucks, right? So basically, with Kogi, and Kogi's still going around, right? The Korean fusion, barbecue, what have you. They're still going around running like 8 trucks a night throughout the LA area, right? But the guys from Grill 'em All, they were all friends that they're going to culinary school. They all love metal and pro wrestling and whatever. And their dream was to have a brick and mortar. So they got their truck, did that, right? And again, one of the preemptive, kind of purveyors in the gourmet food truck, right? Now there's, the great American food truck race and stuff like that. Well, again, Grill 'em All, along with Kogi, started that on the West Coast, right? So you could always tip your hat to that. And most people didn't know. They're like, oh, where did the food truck go? Well, there was a brick and mortar for almost 10 years. And yeah, and I loved it. And not only would there be metal blaring, and like Iron Maiden stuff. They had Iron Maiden Trooper beer and everything like that. But always on all the TVs, they always had classic wrestling. And then when there was a pay-per-view, like on Peacock or AEW, whatever, you could go in and they would have watch parties there.
That's
Whoever was
so
not on
cool.
the road that lived in LA would be there. A lot of times Josh Barnett, of Bloodsport and former UFC and Pancrase heavyweight champion would just be in there, just hanging out. So, and shout out to Josh Barnett and Eddie Torres because they had Black Blood of the Earth beer that was sold at Gorilla Mall. Some nice dark, dark beer, which I loved. I absolutely love, and they only brewed it in small batches. But yeah, that's another reason why Gorilla Mall is my number one.
My number one, you talk about this as an honorable mention, actually. I absolutely love Raising Cane's is my number one right there because I absolutely think their chicken tenders, their fingers are absolutely fantastic. I said it before, best chicken fingers I've ever had.
Yeah,
And people always talk about this place. Oh, you gotta try Raising Cane's. You gotta try Raising Cane's. And then I passed by it and I'm like, this place is the shit.
right.
Literally the shit, man. Highly recommended anybody to go check out Raising Cane's because, and I don't know if you know this, that is Post Malone's place.
The what?
That is Post Malone's his restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, man. To get I am not mad. And usually when people have top tens and everything like that, they're like, I didn't think it's at top 10, whatever. I absolutely agree with your top 10. Your
yeah.
top 10 is amazing, right? And in a couple of those numbers, we mirrored each other in terms of what we liked or whatever, which
But
makes
in
us
different
greater
order.
and deeper friends.
In different order either. But we all agreed that these places were great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts,
yeah.
facts. So shout out to Raising Canes.
Raising Cane's, yeah. That place is awesome. So highly recommended if you have not been there yet. Please check that place out. And check out what was that burger place you just mentioned? I'm sorry. That was
Oh,
the
Grill. Unfortunately, they're not there anymore.
no, they're
But
not. No.
yeah, check
Grill Mall.
check out their social media.
It
I mean,
sounds
you
like
could
Kill 'Em
Google it.
All from Metallica.
Yeah, but that's what it is. All of their things were Metallica inspired, but in place of like Ride the Lightning or whatever, they had spatulas. And it Grill them all in Metallica lettering. I'll
That's so
shoot
cool.
you some Google images, and you're gonna want this place to not only re-exist but also to come to Florida. I feel like you would.
I feel like that I have to come to Florida at this point.
Yeah,
This is like a match made in heaven right there between Geek
it
and
is.
Grill Mall.
This is Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth right here.
Exactly. Man, so Woods, I mean, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I just want to know what else you got coming up. Well, where can people find you? This that, and the
Yeah, man. According to Woods on everything: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, Blue Sky, all of it. TikTok. I'm on all of the things. But there's a huge like archive of According to Woods stuff. Literally, put in your Google machine According to Woods, you'll see this face talking to some luminaries such as uh, former UFC champion Josh Barnett, WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff. Uh, what is it? Former Impact Wrestling World Champion Josh Alexander, Masha Slamovich. We got it all on According to Woods. There's a huge archive of stuff. Follow the socials because if you like memes, you're gonna like a lot of the stuff. Whatever. Sometimes you feel down, but not as down as somebody who replaces their birthday candles with fireworks and blows himself up. Unfortunately, right? But that's kind of the thing that you're gonna find on According to Woods, right? So, and it's according to me, Adam Woods, right? So we're gonna be talking about a lot of cool things, but also stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more kind of pop culture, wrestling, all types of stuff, wrestling events that I've gone to, kind of anecdotes through my life and everything. You're going to see all of that in Recording Woods. I'm going to give you more of me than you ever have before. And there's literally thousands of hours of me, but you're going to get a lot more.
1,000
And
more.
also, yeah, absolutely. Almost a daily doses of Woods. Oh, that could be something.
That
Daily dose
is
of
a name
Woods.
right there. Daily dose of
Yeah,
Woods right there, right?
there you go.
Yeah. Man, Woods, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You know how we end the podcast. We put our metal signs up, right? And we will see you guys in the next one.